Good afternoon. Thanks for joining another CCA information session. I'm Karen, president of the CCA. Today's topic is the wash volume report. As many of you know, the value of the report or have joined today to learn more about the program and how to participate. The wash volume report is a reliable source of data for car wash operators. It provides valuable insight into consumer usage and trends. It's an exclusive benefit to CCA members who participate in the reporting. I'd like to introduce Suzanne Gray. She is the Senior Analyst and Consultant for the Canadian division of Kalibrate, formerly known as the Kent Group. Suzanne has been conducting data collection, research, and analysis with Kalibrate since 1997, giving her over 20 years of expertise. Please feel free to ask questions in the Q&A at the bottom of your screen. We have set aside time at the end of Suzanne's presentation to answer your questions. Welcome, Suzanne, and thanks today for your time.
Thank you, Karen. Yes, welcome to today's webinar, everybody. As Karen has said, my name is Suzanne Gray, and I work for Kalibrate. I want to start off today by first thanking you for joining us today. I understand that car wash owners are some of the busiest people, so we're grateful that you've taken some time today out of your busy schedules to learn about the Canadian Car Wash Association's Wash Volume Reporting Program. I'm going to turn my camera off while I'm sharing my screen here. I hope you can all see these slides, and we'll begin. No. Just moving on to slide 2 here. There we go. Okay, so the purpose of today's webinar is first to explain who we are, and we want to provide you with an overview of the program. So what kind of data is submitted, how you can submit your data, and what you will receive in return, including some new developments that we've developed for independent car wash operators. Overall, today, we want you to come away from today's webinar understanding how easy it is to join and start benefiting from the Canadian Car Wash Association's Wash Volume Reporting Program. Okay, so what is the Wash Volume Reporting Program? We call it Kalibrate Wash Intelligence. Wash Volume Reporting, it is a free program that is tailored to Canadian Car Wash Association members. We offer an easy data submission process. We offer monthly reporting, and we also ensure that your data is kept confidential when you submit data to the program. So who are we? Kalibrate Canada. We provide downstream petroleum-related expertise in the form of data, analytics, and consulting. Our clients include national and regional fuel marketers, independent retailers, industry associations, such as the Canadian Car Wash Association, and government associations. Our clients encompass the majority of gas stations in Canada. Our volume reports include roughly 2/3 of the total volume at gas stations in Canada, 2/3 of the total number of gas stations in Canada, representing roughly 3/4 of the total volume sold at Canadian gas stations. We also provide a daily pump price survey in Canada, which supports the analysis available on the Natural Resources Canada website. But the retailing of gasoline stations in Canada involves much more than selling fuel. Most fuel retailers depend on ancillary offerings, including car washes, to remain viable in today's competitive environment. In our 2021 National Retail Petroleum Site Census report, we found that as of December 31st, 2021, out of a total of nearly 12,000 gasoline stations in Canada, there were roughly 2,200 sites that had car washes, or roughly 1 in 5 gas stations. So our unique position with our connections to the petroleum sector enables us to seamlessly service our fuel clients with the Canadian Car Wash Association's wash volume reports. but independent car wash owners matter. So although our main client base are fuel retailers, don't be mistaken that the program is only for fuel retailers with car washes. As with any client of Kalibrate's, we want to provide you with great value. And this is why today we are introducing a new simplified car wash report, one that is tailored to busy independent car wash owners. So why should you participate? One, the program is free to Canadian Car Wash Association members. We also offer an easy data submission process with several options available. Reporting is timely. You will receive reports every month. This enables you to benchmark your car washes against others. Reporting also includes a very simplified format that allows you to quickly assess your car wash against others in the program. We also offer an enhanced reporting platform. And reporting includes regions from all across Canada, and reporting is also available for different car wash types. In summary, the program provides great value with little input time. Don't make decisions in a bubble. Let's say, for example, you introduced a coupon program in the previous month, and then you're looking at your sales, comparing to the previous month, comparing to the month in the previous year, the same month in the previous year, and you notice that they're down 5%. So you decide, maybe I should stop my coupon program because maybe it wasn't successful. But what if you knew the following? What if you knew that other car wash sales were down 10% from the previous month in the previous year in your area, meaning your coupon program may have been a contributing factor to your sales not declining as much. This is one of the benefits of being involved in the Canadian Car Wash Association's program. It allows you to utilize all available sources of information when you're making decisions. So how easy is it to submit data? Well, we offer three solutions for submitting data. One is our typical Excel spreadsheet input form, where you include the address and the data by car wash type. We also offer another Excel spreadsheet, a more simplified spreadsheet for those car wash owners that have 5 or fewer locations. And then when all else fails, you can also just email your numbers. This might be appropriate if you have just a few locations. So what I'm showing here is our standard input form in Excel. Basically, one line equals one location. So you would include multiple car washes for one location on one line. You include information such as the cycles, that is every time the car wash ran. You will include revenues, that is gross revenues, revenues before any expenses are removed. And we also ask that you break out those cycles and revenues by car wash type. So we have several car wash types that you can submit data for. We have in-bay rollovers, and these are available by touchless or frictional or hybrid. Hybrid meaning the customer has the choice between frictional or touchless car wash when they pull up. And then we also have it available for car wash, same types, touchless, frictional, and hybrid. You can also submit data for your coin-ops or your wand washes, as well as you'll see we have a combination type there, and that's for those who have more than one car wash at a location, but they cannot differentiate between the cycles and revenues for those multiple locations, so they just lump it together into the combination type. And I wanted to add that we are flexible on the format of this form. If you have several car washes and you have an easier way of extracting that data from your database than what is shown here, we are flexible in taking it in that format as well, as long as it has all the key pieces of information that we require, such as the address and car wash type. Okay, this here is an additional Excel spreadsheet that is appropriate for those car wash owners who have 5 or fewer car washes in your network. It provides the same information as the previous input form, such as address, car wash type, You choose a car wash type by using a drop-down menu on this form, and you include your cycles and revenues. Okay, but as I mentioned, we'll take your data in the format that's easiest for you, even if you just want to include your numbers in an email. We ask that you ensure you have the following data included, such as the address, the cycles. The cycles in the program is equal to all washes, including any re-washes or maintenance times that the car washes run. Your revenues are only for revenues that are included for the car wash. So revenues from vacuums, vending machines, or other revenue sources should not be included. And you must, as I've mentioned before, include the car wash type, conveyor, in-bay rollover, whether it's touchless, frictional, or hybrid system. If you're including data for a coin or wand wash, you only need to include your revenues. Cycles are calculated at $4 per cycle. And that has actually been consistent since 2004 when we first started the program. And combination type. As I mentioned before, that's when you have multiple car washes at one location and you cannot differentiate between the types. Okay, so what do you get in return? There are two options to view the data. One is our Kalibrate Wash Intelligence Power BI platform. This platform contains several options for viewing and filtering the data. The Power BI platform is a great option for when you have several car wash locations, but we also offer our new simplified Excel spreadsheet. This is a great option when time is of the essence. It contains just one table and very simple graphics on one tab in the spreadsheet, so you don't have a lot to filter through. With both types of reporting, participants receive all the markets in the provinces for which they report data, as well as the national report. Okay, so I'm going to go through some slides now that are just showing some quick little pictures of some of the graphics that you might see in the Power BI platform. The Power BI platform is a free Microsoft program enabling a large amount of data to be easily viewed and filtered in a graphics-rich format and a small file size. So when we first developed this reporting platform for the CCA, we attempted to use Excel because Microsoft Excel is a widely used program that many people are familiar with. But as this reporting platform that we developed contains a large amount of data, so when you receive your Power BI file, it contains data all the way back to the beginning of 2017. And it also contains several filtering options. We found that Excel was just not an option for this. The file is too big to send by email, and the filtering of the data for the graphics is not very quick. Power BI solves both of these issues. It's an easy to use program, and it works very similar to other Microsoft programs. So when you receive your Power BI platform, there are nearly 40 tabs, I believe, in the file, offering different ways to view the data. The data is split into 3 data sets. One is a location data set. So if there are multiple car washes at one location, this is grouped together in this database. We also offer a same store database. It's based on the location data set. However, it only includes locations that have been open continuously for 24 months straight. And then we also offer data in this platform broken out by car wash type. In the car wash type reports, one location can have multiple machines. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of the displays. What I'm showing here is some of the filtering options. So basically in Power BI, you just click on what you want to filter. If you can combine different groups, different periods together. This is just a sample here showing how you can filter by month and year for several of the graphics, as well as by region, by participant. So you'll see here that participants are identified by a 5-digit number, and you can also filter by province. Some displays include a slider to allow you to pick and choose the periods you want to view quicker. All data in Power BI is exportable into CSV format so that you can play with the data yourself and create your own graphics should you wish to. What I'm showing here is just a sample of one of the displays that allows you to compare cycles and to compare revenues. So the top graphic is showing the average cycle comparison year over year for each participant. In the sample here, the participants are labeled 1111, 222. This is for a fictitious participant number 12345. So you can see participant 12345 can compare their cycles to other participants in the program, as well as the market total. In the sample here, it's Winnipeg. They can also compare their revenues, but as you can see, they can only compare their revenues to the market total. The revenues for other participants in the program is suppressed. Okay, so, and then we also, this is showing the car wash type. So you can, in the Power BI platform, you can compare average cycles and average revenues by different car wash types year over year in the sample showing here. What we're showing here is a long range display. So on the left side, you're comparing average cycles in the same store database. The blue line, or green, some people might see it as green, represents the current date period. And then the red is the previous year overlapped. And this just allows you to have a quick view. You can quickly see how each period is doing compared to the previous year. And then the graphic on the right side here, it's almost like a pie chart. So you can quickly see month to month how each period is doing. If the percentage is greater, it means it's doing better. So in the sample showing here, January and February in the current year outperformed compared to the previous year, but in the following months, it underperformed. So these are just a couple samples of the graphics that you would receive in your Power BI platform. Another long range comparison here. And so the top one, the bar graph, is your average cycles, and it's comparing to the line graph, which is the average ticket price. So the average ticket price in the program is computed by taking the gross revenues and dividing by the total cycles. It doesn't actually mean that's what each car wash costs, but it's just a representation of what the average ticket price would have been. In the bottom left, it's showing a monthly comparison of the change in average cycles. And the bottom right one is showing the monthly percentage, or sorry, the year over year percentage change in the average cycles. Okay. So our next one here, as car wash owners, many of you are aware that there is a correlation between the number of car washes and rainfall. Collected from Environment Canada, the Power BI platform also includes a way for you to compare average cycles to precipitation. It's not regional precipitation, it's precipitation collected at the provincial level. And we've also thrown in the average gas price there. The average gas price is in red, and the precipitation is the line that is yellow, and the average cycles are the blue bar graph. So you can see the correlation when precipitation is higher, cycles, the number of times the car washes runs is lower, and vice versa. We also offer a way to benchmark or compare your average cycles directly with other participants in the program. The top graphic is showing a quarterly comparison, and the bottom graphic is showing a monthly comparison of the average cycles for the fictitious participants in this that are shown here. One of the features of the Power BI I can't show it here, but if you hover over the graphic, it will display the data that is behind the graphic, and all data within each graphic is exportable. So you can export it and then work with it in Excel should you wish to do so. We also include a market share percentage comparison. The top graphic again is a quarterly comparison. The bottom one is a monthly comparison. So the market share lets you know if you're gaining or losing market share compared to other participants in the program, depending on what you have it filtered to. You can filter it to different markets and group those markets together, or look at different periods. The choice is yours. Okay, and we also include a market demand display. So in this one, the bottom graphic is the individual participants' average cycles percentage change in each month, and the line graph in the top graphic is the average percentage change for the entire market. So you can kind of hover over and see how you're doing compared to other participants in the program. The bar graph is just showing the market share in this display. The next one here is a market efficiency. So market efficiency is calculated as the average cycles divided, like the participants' average cycles divided by the average cycles for that market that you have filtered to. If that calculation computes a number that is greater than 1, this indicates that the average cycles for that participant is higher than the average, indicating that it is more efficient. So this is a way to see how you are comparing to others in the program. And then the top graphic there is just the market share comparison. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is the new simplified display. So we wanted to provide displays for the independent car wash owner that were quick to get results and were available with little time input to learning a program, such as the Power BI program, and having to filter through several displays. Because as I mentioned before, the Power BI program has, I believe, nearly 40 different tabs and ways to view the data. But car wash owners are busy, and some of you don't have time to do that. So we wanted to offer you a very simplified display. So we now have available to independent car wash owners, that is those with one or just a few sites that don't need all the analytical tools that the KWI Power BI platform provides. Using Excel, you'll receive a summary table as displayed here, which includes simple graphics. The table provides a quick look at your cycles and revenues in the markets that you submit data for, and including a monthly and yearly percentage change comparisons. And then the graphics that you will receive is just simply these 4 graphics here. It allows you to take a quick look at how your car washes are doing to others in the program, both on a yearly and monthly basis. So it's a quick snapshot for participant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. They're seeing in each of the markets they're participating in how their cycles and revenues are comparing to the total in the program for that market. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to go over is how do we protect your data? Your data in the program remains confidential. So when you submit data for this program, it is used solely for the purposes of the wash volume reports and nothing else. As I've shown you, we use a confidential participant number. Company names in the company are never shared with other participants in the program. Only participants in the program have access to this data. There are some high-level reports at the national level and at the provincial level that are shared with non-participants. However, only the detailed market level reports are shared with participants in the program who share data. Individual revenue data is suppressed in the reports, as well reporting regions are suppressed if there are fewer than 3 participants reporting in that region. And similarly, car wash types are also suppressed in the reports if the data submitted is from less than 3 participants in the program in a particular market. Okay, so I'm going to open it up to any questions now. If anybody wants to go ahead and ask me something, please reach out. I can start my video here again. There we go. Karen, was there any questions from anybody?
I don't see any questions in the chat, but thanks, Suzanne. That was really great.
Thank you.
A lot of information, and I think my big takeaway was for the independent car wash is that you've did that simplified report, which I think is really great. That may get some more interest for the independent car washers.
Right.
So I do. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just want to say, like, what we wanted to offer here was something that takes very little time for the independent car wash owner. They basically get their Excel file, open it up, and they can have a quick view. How am I doing from the previous month? How am I doing compared to others to the previous year? Rather than looking through the Power BI platform, trying to remember, okay, where can I get this information? We want it simple, we want it quick, we want it fast.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what a lot of the independents are looking for. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that the other information is quite powerful for some of the bigger oil companies or people looking into investing in a car wash. I do have one question. How many washes are currently reporting?
We have nearly 900
Wow.
currently. Yeah, I don't know what the market share that is of the total Canada, but I have no idea, but I think it's a good representation of the markets, and it would give you good value if you joined.
Yeah. And obviously the more people we can get, the more comprehensive the report will be.
That's right. Like, as I said, we only report regions when we have a 3 participant minimum. So the more people we get in, the more granular the data can be, and the more markets we can report.
Yeah. So I guess we just have to get the word out that this is a valuable tool for our members. Whether, I mean, if they're a member already, maybe they're just not using it because they don't understand the value of it. So
yeah, so we want to make it as simple as possible, as easy as possible to submit your data, and then the reporting platform, you can, if you have time and you want to look into the Power BI form, please go ahead. You'll receive that every month. But if you just need your quick snapshot, you can use the simplified report.
That's fantastic. So you explained how the member is going to report with the Excel spreadsheet, or even as easy as emailing. So how do they get the report back? Does it come in an email or?
Yes, it's sent by email. Like, you'll get the Power BI as well as the Excel spreadsheet.
Okay, very good. Checking the yeah, still no questions. So feel free, anybody, if anybody has any more questions.
Yeah, I think I included my email address here or phone number. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to discuss it anytime with anybody.
That's great. And if any of our members are interested, you can also reach out to the CCA office, and we can set you up on the program. Okay, so oh, hang on 1 second here. Oh, I have a question here. Is there any data that shows what the average throughput is based on, number of locations and a wash type?
We do break out by wash type, and we do break out by average, like cycles average. So that would be like the average throughput, I suppose we could say, if I'm understanding correctly.
Is it based on, or so average throughput is based on number of locations?
So we do have, like I mentioned, the 3 databases in the big Power BI platform. So that's based on location. So if there's more than one car wash at one address, it just counts as one in the program.
I hope that answers your question, Mike. Anyway, so yeah, if you have any more questions, please feel free to reach out to Suzanne or at the CCA Car Wash office. And I'd like to thank you very much for your time today, Suzanne. I think this was really helpful, and we'll have this, we recorded it today. So if anybody didn't have a chance to get onto the webinar, we'll have it on our website.
Okay, great. All right. Well,
Okay.
I hope that this has been valuable for members, and I hope we can make this program even better.
Yeah, me too. Thanks very much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.